We do a lot of meetings and we have been doing meetings for decades, but still there doesn't seem to be a clear, easy way of managing agenda, notes and action points. And that's what is available now inside Teams meetings. Let's have a look. Now, as an organizer, what do? Arrange a meeting as usual. Put the details, scroll down and look at what this is. This is a combination of three things. It's basically a loop component. It's agenda, notes, and action points. Now, as an organizer, before the meeting, probably you only have the agenda, but the placeholders for both of them are still there. Once you put the agenda, arrange the meeting. Now, what happens during the meeting? Everyone joins the meeting and they will see a notes tab. In that tab, again, the same items are seen. Remember, these are loop components. I have a separate video for loop components. Have a look at it to learn how to use loop components. Agenda items, as and when they are finished, you just mark them as complete. But of course, you can add more items as you go along. So agenda is now taken care of. What about notes? Well, everyone in the meeting can type notes. They can rearrange them, edit them. The idea is everyone can see the same notes so we can come to a consensus and combined understanding much more quickly. Remember, this is using loop components. This is not a shared OneNote notebook. The third one is action items, and this has always been a tricky item. We do something, we promise something, follow-up meeting, again we are searching where is the task list and who has done what. Now that part is solved once and for all. You have a proper task list here. Yes, you add the task, the name of the person or persons, and the deadline. Now, one word of caution. When you put someone's name with @sign, look at what it is saying. If you see a plus sign there, that means for some reason, that particular person does not have access to this loop component. So click there, give them access, and now you are good to go. Now you will say, okay, all this is good. I have agenda, notes, and action points. I want a table. I want something else. I want a progress tracker. Very good. So all the loop components are available to you. These three are just defaults. So go anywhere and press /. Now you will see the entire list of available loop components. So you choose and add whatever you want. Mix and match, get the job done. All right, so now what has happened? Meeting is finished. Now there are multiple things you need to think about. First thing is, okay, during meeting I had visibility of all these things. After meeting, where do I go? Nothing. Just go to the calendar, double click on the meeting, scroll down. Exactly the same thing is available. Well, now if you go to chat, because generally, if you just double click on the meeting in calendar, it's most of it read only. If you go to chat, you will also see that same meeting where you can interact, upload files, follow up. So if you go to details in this top right corner, again, you will see the loop component with all the meeting notes. So that's the second place to go to. The third place to go to is this meeting becomes a plan in Planner. So if you go to Planner itself, you will see all the meetings where meeting notes have been taken like this and action points will be displayed there. Very good. So third angle. But the most important angle, as you start thinking and using it, you will realize what is happening. The fact that meeting notes contain action items is good, so I don't have to search in two places. But the problem is I'm attending many meetings and each meeting I may have a few tasks, someone else may have a few tasks. Now across meetings, how do I know where are my tasks? Don't worry, that is also solved. So go to the To-Do app. That's your best friend from task management point of view, remember. Go to To-Do app. If you don't have it, install it. Also available on browser. And there you see assigned to me. So there, all the tasks coming from Teams meetings, different meetings, will aggregate for you. So you don't go searching in the meetings. You go to one place and you see tasks assigned to you from not just meetings, but chat, planner, other channels, everywhere. So that's the way you manage Teams meetings. For this to work properly, you need to educate other people. So in all upcoming meetings, why don't you just take few minutes in the beginning of the meeting, introduce people to the concept, and encourage them to use built-in notes, agenda items, and tasks instead of sending mails to each other. That will start off the process. Now, once you teach people, they're going to have some worries, problems, concerns. The first one is, oh, this is great, but as you can see here, I'm typing notes, someone else is changing my notes. It's all chaotic. Where is the audit trail? So before people ask you that question, show it to them. The idea is simple. In any loop component, click there. On top, you'll see an icon which shows one or more people. Expand on that, click on the person name, and then it will actually show you what was edited by whom. And if you want to go one step further, just copy the loop component link from here, paste it in browser. Basically, loop components are SharePoint files. So it'll open on browser, open the drop-down and show version history, where you can step through the progression across 500 versions potentially. So complete audit trail with accountability is available. Don't worry about that. Now remember, channel meetings do not have this feature yet because loop components are not yet available for channels. I am assuming very soon that will happen. Now the last bonus item, you'll love it. The most irritating thing is recurring meetings where you're sitting in the third meeting and nobody knows what was discussed in the first and second. Frustrating. Now that problem is also solved. How? You create a recurring meeting as usual. You take notes the way I have shown you. Notes means agenda, notes and action items and whatever else you want to put in the loop component. That was today's instance of the meeting. I have the same meeting after a month, another month, another month. So surprisingly, when you go to the second month's meeting, the notes just continue. So whether you have one instance or 100 instances, you have continuity. And that is the thing which was always missing in recurring meetings. So I'm sure you found this useful. I also know you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, comment, ask questions, and most importantly, try it out in your next meeting. Before I go, I would strongly recommend you look at my team's best practices video. It's very popular and many people have appreciated the benefit they have derived from it. So that's it for now. Thank you.